Goedenavond allemaal, welkom bij de slotfilm van Razorreel. Dank u voor uw aanwezigheid vandaag en de voorbije dagen. We hopen dat u er enorm van genoten hebt van het festival en volgend jaar terugkeren voor de 17e editie. We zijn hier vanavond voor de slotfilm, maar ook nog voor een ander belangrijk moment. We gaan natuurlijk eerst nog prijzen uitreiken naar goede gewoonte. Er is vorig weekend al 1 prijs uitgereikt, vorige zondag was de Médaille d'Argent. Die ging naar The Smile van Erik van Schank. Dat was de winnaar van onze Médaille d'Argent voor dit jaar. Die mag later dit jaar in Sitges meedingen naar de Médaille d'Or. De hoofdprijs die voor alle Europese genrefestivals reiken een kandidaat uit en die dingen daarmee naar de Médaille d'Or. Straks voor de vertoning van de slotfilm gaan we ook de winnaar vertonen, de internationale winnaar dus van die competitie van vorig jaar. Dus Knooms krijg je ook te zien, de Médaille d'Or van 2022. Die krijg je ook nog te zien vandaag. Een tweede prijs die werd uitgereikt. We hebben u aan de bar vaak horen napraten over de films en er werden allerlei uiteenlopende meningen geventileerd. Maar jullie kregen ook telkens bij het verlaten van de zaal een stemstrookje. We hebben al die stemmen geteld en daar is 1 duidelijke winnaar uitgekomen. De winnaar van de publieksprijs dit jaar is Brooklyn 45. En dan is er nog een derde heel belangrijke prijs om uit te reiken, de Youngblood Award. Daarvan hadden de deskundige jury hier aanwezig was. Evelien Doker, Take Nicolai en Rocky Grispe. En Rocky Grispe gaat nu voor ons vertellen welke film met de Youngblood Award gaat lopen en waarom die precies die prijs krijgt. Ik zet de micro even aan Rocky.
Hallo allemaal. We hebben gekozen voor een film die blijft nazinderen en doet nadenken, die zeker de moeite waard is om een tweede keer te bekijken, met een zeer goede opening en opbouw, een 4 op 5 voor originaliteit en de prijs gaat naar Best Wishes to All. We hebben ook een special mention. We hebben voor special mention gekozen voor een film die een heel sterk verhaal heeft, een mooie opbouw en zeer goede acteurs heeft. Het is een moderne Frankenstein en de special mention gaat dit jaar naar Bird Rebirth. Officieel.
Hartelijk dank voor uw deskundige oordeel. Bedankt voor aanwezig te zijn. Dan gaan we nu over naar de slotfilm. Daarover ga ik eerst het woord geven aan Tim Maarschat, want hij heeft regisseur Max Isaacson bij zich. Geef een warm applaus voor Max Isaacson.
Yes, Max, thank you for being here together with us at the closing of the festival. Your film Paradise, how did you come up with a modern day western set on a small island blended with punk?
Yeah, okay. So I'll give you the shortest version I can. About 10 years ago, there was a really stupid petition in Texas to secede from the United States of America. A few Americans here might remember that idiocy. And there was another petition in Austin to secede from Texas. And I was like, that's kind of fucking weird. What if it just happened and they went back to the Old West? And I was like, that would be fun. But they're not really cowboys there anymore, right? I mean, there are cowboys there, but they're not like that. And I was like, where are there places where there are still cowboys running around and it's still like the West? And as it turns out, in Hawaii, there are shitloads of cowboys. There's like an old cowboy culture there in the old western towns. And we started thinking about that. Me and the writer, Tony, started kind of cooking on that idea. And you know, who would be the young Clint Eastwood kids in a modern day Western? I was like, well, punk kids, right? Like, give them a switchblade knife and they'll cut you out. But what if we were way in the West? What if they were cowboys? And so I wanted to kind of hit that rebellion, that feeling of anger, of freedom and messiness, and it only felt appropriate that it would be a young punk chick.
Yeah, the punk scene where you find the rebels, and not, let's say, in the polka scene or something like that. It's very specific.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I haven't ever been like hit with an accordion or like attacked by a polka dancer or anything like that, but I bet if you like fucked with them pretty hard, they could take it. They can definitely take me. There's not a lot here. I bet there are a lot of polka dancers who'd be like, I'll fucking stomp you.
Yeah, the audience will soon find out your love, I think, for 60s and 70s Italian westerns, judging from the opening. Which films in particular inspired the making of Paradise?
I mean, obviously, you know, they're all the classics, but A Few Dollars More was a real touchstone for us. Yeah, it rips. And partially, there was this thing I got like obsessed with, and it's in here a little bit, but A Few Dollars More is the first Western where there's that, like, bear with me, you know, I got the guns, right? And there's like an unspoken timer, there's like this thing where we all know where we're gonna draw, and it's like, and now. And in A Few Dollars More, they use this this little kind of chime, this little sing-song thing that Morricone uses, and it times out everything. And I was like, this is the most amazing, truly random thing to come up with. Be like, how did two dudes just know when to shoot each other? But it makes it so tense, it makes it so perfect. And so I think I must have watched A Few Dollars More like 20 times before going into production on this. So that was like a big, big one. Johnny Guitar too, if you haven't seen Johnny Guitar, it's like amazing. Super like femme-forward Western about how stupid guns are and how it's really bad that we have them. And that's a great, you'll see the movie. Turns out, hey guys, guns bad, not good.
That's the main message, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's some, well, when you look at the cast, there's some up-and-coming actors, there's some more seasoned actors. One of the surprises, I hope I'm not giving anything away, but is what I would say is a sort of a Tarantino casting of Tia Carrera in a small role. How did you think of casting her? What was it like?
That role, we wanted someone fun. We were like, this should be a fun moment. I joked with my casting directors originally that I was like, we should really try and get Miss Piggy. I was like, if Miss Piggy shows up in this role, people will shit. And we'll make $1 billion. Turns out Miss Piggy does not have an agent. You cannot get a hold of like Miss Piggy's people. If you call Disney, they're not going to say yes. So we were like, we should find somebody who is exciting and fun and is going to have a good time. And Tia was like so down. She was so into it. She had so much fun on set. And from day one, just talking to her, she was like, oh, I get what we're going for. We're going big. We're going to have a good time here. And I was like, great.
There's also a fair amount of blood splatter going on.
Yeah,
what was it
wanted
like?
more.
You wanted more? Yeah. What held you back?
And honestly, I think it was mostly the tubes we used weren't big enough. Get big tubes.
So that's your tip for filmmakers out there, get big tubes.
Yeah, no shit. If you want big blood, get big tubes. Like, if you have a tube this big, only so much blood can shoot out of that thing, man. Go and get a pipe.
This was your first feature-length film. What was, would you say, the biggest challenge? Besides the big tubes?
Yeah, that was big. You know, I think anyone who's made a feature knows time and labor take their toll on you. You can shoot a movie for 5 days and basically destroy yourself and survive pretty easily. By week 4 of doing that, you're worn out. And as a director, you need to be the person who's carrying your crew and telling them it's going to be okay, it's going to be good, and they should be here, and they shouldn't fucking abandon you. And you know, you need to hold fast and be joyous. And being joyous after many weeks of grueling labor is hard.
Yeah, let's look at it from that side. Besides presenting your film for this audience, this lovely audience tonight, what was the biggest reward of getting the film made?
Made a fucking movie, man. Like, it's cool. it feels nuts. Nobody should let probably anybody in this room make a movie, and yet I'm sure a lot of us are going to. And that feels so nice. It feels so good to make something and get it out there and be able to kind of, I don't know, I guess create. That feels pompous, but it just feels so nice to get a bunch of people who are there with you and believe in what we're all doing and feel collaborative and excited about that. And that's really, you know, it rained a lot when we were shooting, and having a crew of people who were like, no man, we get it, it's cool, this is gonna be fun. And they're like little swamp monster people. They're so wet. And they're still down, and that felt great.
Yeah, I think it shows like the community feeling in your film. They'll find out as well. But is there anything, as a final question, you'd like to share with them? Something to watch out for, perhaps?
Oh, yeah. The movie, you know, it's a Western, it's a shoot 'em up, it's about rebellious little punks, but it's fun. I want you to have fun. If something is dumb, laugh at it. If something is silly, laugh at it, have a good time. When I'm presented with really terrible things happening in my life, I usually try and chuckle my way out of it. I'm a goof. And so we are in a world of people who, when dealing with stress, are sometimes sillier than they might want to be because they're nervous and afraid. And so this is a movie kind of about that. You're welcome to chuckle your way out of nervous, afraid moments too.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey, yuck it up, buggers.
And then afterwards, we can all chuckle about it together at the reception after the screening. We're inviting you as well to come and join us. Then you will be there as well, I think, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna nail myself to a tree.
Thank you for being here and answering my question. I hope you enjoyed the film. A round of applause, please, for the director.